Yo, morning. Just Nick today. It's Saturday morning. I've just got up not long ago. I saw the kids out and strange one. I've had a phone call from a subscriber and he's had his house newly rewired in December, I think. They've inspected it and checked it all, and there's loads of things I'm not happy with. They've gone through the proceedings with NIC and they've given the all clear that the work isn't up to standard and it needs rectifying. So I got the job. We've got about half an hour, 40 minutes in the van. Gonna get some fuel, gonna go over there, poke the GoPro around, see what is the issue, and for you guys to, well, to have a look at it really, see what your opinion and what would you do. Would you be happy with the standard that it was left in? So give me a little bit and I'll see you at the job. Okay, right, I'm here now. Took this off in the garage. Had a good walk around with the customer. First glances, can't argue. Took the front of the board off, nice and neat. When we start having a look a bit closer, they fitted 9 circuits on an 18-way board and then used plastic clippable blanks. They're all bendy, that one's overlapping. I'm going to pick up stuff that I would see as a brand new paid for rewire that I wouldn't like to see. I'm not going to send the best tradesman in the world or spark, but what would you pick up? Would you be happy if you just paid money for a full rewire and this is what you got to? So, trunk in, not sat flat or in line either, your gap gets bigger. They've left an existing 10mm in, that goes around to the gas, and then this is the bonding on it. You got the tag there, and the guy said no, that's fine to leave the way it is. Okay, single exposed cable here. That's about it in the garage, but then we go across to up here. So the cable's travelling from the board. This is the loft space of the garage, and then this then feeds the cables through into the house. We've already there got a piece of 2.5 flapping around that's newly installed. And this is where the fun begins up here. Ooh, right. So from here, cables are all fed from down there, and it turns into this handful of slack. You've got cables that have just been that's slack. That is. You've got old rubber that's been left in. To my knowledge, it's disconnected because it's on a plug, but this could easily be ripped out. The rubber cable then goes up, and it also droops across the entire ceiling, which you can see here. And to be linked up with the old cables there. These are all heating pipes because the boiler is directly below. All these cables are bunched up on top of the pipes to then make it worse. They didn't jam through the wall. These aren't supported whatsoever. You'll clearly see this, look. One of them's tacked down. Nothing's secured anywhere. The customer's put a piece of wood here to keep it off the heating pipe. Yeah, this is just the start of what it's like. This is the stuff that customers can't see unless they go looking, because most of the time this is under the floor. But this then runs through into the bathroom, which is like the most unattractive bit of the job. Go the outside light. Nothing wrong with it, it's just not very neat, is it? Not in square, in line, and the bends are rubbish. Just looking in here. I must have put brown tape around all the twidded earth for some reason, but it's sleeved, it's in, I've checked the tightness, there's nothing wrong with that. Cable drops. And for one thing, the upstairs circuit is running 4mm, and then the downstairs is running 2.5. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. And they've asked, when you asked for it also running the same cable, it also running 2.5 or 4mm, it said it'd be extra 500 quid. Yeah, that's right. Right. Then into the bathroom. So pull cord, take an existing downlights out, ripped all the floor up and put it back down badly. And then this is the other side of the garage loft. So for some reason it's been cable tied, it's then been resting on top of pipes, it comes back on itself, there's slack in it which they've just doubled over and looped over. We've got old cables here, new ones resting on the heating. Some of them then go under, some of them then come here. They've gone one side of a pipe on one cable, one side the other. Cable tied up, tiny bit of all-round band here, flapping up to a shower isolator, a loose bit of wood. Still not tacked in. You've got single insulation behind there. Then two brand new cables that are snipped. Then the run itself, only a bit of support in here. The light screw that's barely been screwed in to the wood because it's behind the shower screen. Another cable just snipped off and left loose. You've got heating pipe just here, resting on, two there, one there. There's no method or madness to this. Oh, sorry, it is madness. It's just been dogged in and hope for the best. But you're paying for a full rewire on a house, and they leave it like that. Would you be happy with it? I head over to the loft straight away. At the loft hatch itself, you've got a newly installed light switch. It's just not even been tacked, it's just been tucked in. Those are all old cables there. And then from the light fitting in the hall, landing, sorry. That's just then looped over all the loft insulation. Here's all the old stuff that's just been snipped and pulled. Here's the new stuff, which just fires over all the insulation. The customer wants to board the loft, which is now impossible with the way it is. It's just cables hanging out of everything. I mean, look at this one here. That's not that's a twin. See it all coming across here and across. And to top it off as well, we go over to above the bathroom. That falling through the loft. That'd be great. Oh, nearly. They've decided to leave old junction boxes and old transformers in place, but then in the bathroom light fitting the brand new one, there's all single insulation over there, hanging out the new fitting. When there's plenty of room to put it in the fitting because it's a 2D fitting. Nothing's cable tied, everything's flapping around. We have to see here. Any place it's secure is when it goes into the switch drops as well. Right, lastly, out of the loft into the kitchen. So, freshly drilled hole. That one there's for the outside light, which is borderline okay because it's on an angle. But then this one here is drilled literally at the bottom. So when this bathroom, when the kitchen gets overboarded, you can easily get a few screws through there and install the socket directly above the hob. Chasing's okay. Strip light. The loads of, I'll attach pictures at the end as well. In the bathroom, the right hand side of the shower tray where the floor's been pulled up, there's a handful of cables running all over the heating pipes again, all crisscrossed. Loads of flex left in the ceilings. Nothing's tacked. And then the last one here, they've munched out the bottom of the joist for the kitchen light switch, which is here. That runs across, and apparently that's acceptable. So, yeah, you guys make your mind up, but would you be happy with a full rewire with left like that? Right, I just got back in the van, had a good chat with him. I'm just disappointing to see, to be honest. There's a lot of things that I could sort of start swearing about and really not be happy about. The neatness of some of the things, like I said, the outside lights, it is what it is. Some people standards aren't up to other people's, that's what that is. Inexcusable for the cables pull through the loft, especially through the hole over all the hot pipes. That's not on. I'd like to know what you lot would code it as. Obviously if we were doing any ICR, but as a new install of that, the zone for the light switch in the kitchen, the socket behind the cooker, the holes in the joist, how low they are. What else have we got? The bonding cable. You know, what would you be happy with? What wouldn't you be happy with? What would you code it? What would you put it down to regs wise, or what isn't correct? The customer paid, the quote was £4,500 to do the job. And when they came to plaster, the plasterer couldn't, the capping was way above surface of the plaster. So spoke to the company. Instead of the company coming back to then chisel it out, they just refunded £500 because they either didn't have time or couldn't be bothered. So yeah, so we're going to quote to fix things, rerun cables, redo the loft, like clip it wise, get it all sort of neat, put the installation back down where it should be, put an outside socket in, which was meant to be done, and there was something else, can't quite remember. But yeah, not impressed. I'll put all the pictures below of what I got sent to me originally about the report of what's not right and what needs fixing, and some of the pictures under the floorboard. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one. Yeah, let me know below in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you soon.